Hey, what's up guys? I'm Dave Boyer, aka Mr. Boyer, aka the Swamp Man, here on a nice day in Topsail. Family spent the day on the beach. The storm came through this afternoon. We kind of retreated back to the beach house and just kind of came out here this evening. It's a lot cooler. It's still really cloudy. It's really windy. I'm sure you're picking up a lot of that sound of the wind blowing by, but thought I'd kind of talk to you about the school year coming up. The beach is a perfect place to kind of introduce the topics that we're going to study. In first quarter, we'll be studying waves. You know, what better place to study waves than the beach? Unfortunately, the waves we're studying are mostly going to be sound and light waves. But as you'll see, I'll find lots of ways of making the waves of the ocean kind of relate to what we're going to be studying in first quarter. In second quarter, we're going to study matter, what things are made up of. And here on the beach, covered in sand, the shells that are on the beach, all those things, the water of the ocean, all of those things are made up of matter. We could definitely talk about, their components, their atoms, the molecular makeup of them, even some things like their properties, like density, solubility, changes in temperature. Pretty cool stuff. In third quarter, we're going to be studying the Earth. So the Earth does has a lot of impacts on beach things. Like about 3,000 miles from here is the Mid-Atlantic Ridge that we're going to talk about. And this ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, is actually growing because of the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. We've got something called seafloor spreading that we'll talk about in third quarter. We'll also study things like the Earth and the Moon and the Sun and how they all affect things here on Earth, like tides. This morning actually, we were down much further down on the beach, probably a couple yards, at least 30 yards in from where the ocean is right now, when it was low tide. And now that tide's coming up a little bit higher. It's pushing further up the beach. That has everything to do with the sun, the Earth, and the moon, and the alignment of each of those. Then in fourth quarter, we're going to get into ecosystems. And beach ecosystems are a really unique kind of ecosystem. I've been reading about it a lot in the last couple of days while we've been here. We got the sand dunes behind us, which kind of start the ecosystem there. We got the plants that grow on the sand dunes, and then everything that kind of builds off of that. But what I've been reading about the last couple of days have been the shells that I've been seeing on the beach. A lot of the crabs, a lot of the organisms that live right in the transition zone between high tide and low tide, and how they have adapted to be able to survive in areas where the water comes up at high tide and then goes back down at low tide. It's really cool stuff. I love reading about how organisms have adapted and how they survive in changing circumstances on the Earth, because the Earth is a really dynamic place. It's changing all the time. So that's a quick look at our year this year. I hope y'all had a good summer. I hope y'all got out to the beach sometime, or went somewhere that was kind of special and made you feel good about the Earth and the place that you were in. So I just want to share that with you, and I can't wait to teach you about all these things this year. Science rocks.